Welcome back, guys. So in this video we're going to be looking at these acrylic markers, liquid acrylic markers. Now if you follow me on TikTok, you'll see recently I did a little picture up here of the up house. I started off and I cut it out with the laser, and then I started painting it with acrylics. And the coverage on the acrylic just wasn't good enough for me. It wasn't flat enough. It was a bit, thin in places. Then I gave it another coat, and that still wasn't that great because it gave a texture to it. I didn't like it, so I ended up using vinyl for the balloons. But the rest of the actual house itself, I painstakingly painted it with acrylics. I wish I'd have had these, because I've had a little look at these. These are a game changer, guys. If you're a painter, you're an artist, or it doesn't matter if you're an artist, if you paint rocks or you just paint anything, or you want to put your name on things, this is what we're going to be looking at. So this company reached out to me and they says, do you want to try our liquid acrylic markers? Of course I says, yes please, I would love to try them. They're not expensive. I'll leave a link in the description, but they are actually this price for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, for 12. Oh, it says 12 there, look. I've had a little play with them, look. They're really good. Right, so what we're going to do, I've chosen an array of things that I think that I would possibly use these markers for, these acrylic paint markers. I couldn't find a stone, so the closest thing I found was a piece of marble. We've all seen those stones with the little dots on, haven't we? Oh, they're so cool. But I thought I'm going to just work my way through these things, and I'm going to see how they cover. This is the white painted MDF that I use a lot with my laser. We're going to try that. We're going to try some normal 4mm ply. We're going to try some cardboard. We're going to try a little bit of ply that's actually already been painted with acrylic paint. Can you see the coverage? That's one coat. This was yellow underneath, but it's one coat, and it's not that great, is it? You see the brush strokes. That's what I'm hoping not to see, brush strokes. We've got a piece of metal. I don't know, maybe I want to mark my name on my tools or whatever. I can't see how, acrylic lasting long on it, but we'll give it a go. Maybe we can fill in the writing because it is paint. We got a brick. Don't know why we got a brick, but we got a brick. And we got some various different colours of leather. So, like I say, you get 12 in a pack. What's it say there? Shake before use, high saturation. Those are the colours. So the colours are actually got numbers on, which is quite good. And the numbers, you can see them on the back there. Yellow, orange, rose, red. Looks like purple. Red, emerald green, green, sky blue, royal blue, coffee, lilac purple, white and black. Instructions, if we can get in there. The colour will not penetrate the paper, so I'd imagine that means it's not going to bleed through. Some marker pens bleed through. You know those books, I buy them for my wife. You can colour in. It's like resets your brain and it just chills you out and you just colour. Maybe it takes you back to your childhood when you're colouring in, staying within the lines. And it bleeds through the paper, doesn't it? Well, apparently these don't. We will test that in a minute. Functions, applications, scenarios. That's an interesting word. I've never seen that on a packaging before. Suitable for cardboard, ceramic, glass, plastic, metal, wood and other surfaces. Suitable for painting, graffiti, DIY, calligraphy, colouring and so on. I'd imagine they're not toxic in any way. Doesn't say they're toxic. Small parts, that's obviously the lid, because it's a choking hazard. Recyclable as well. Yeah, and they come from China. Like I say, guys, the link will be where you can buy these in the description of this video. What should we try? Should we try black to start with? That's quite a the kind of colour that you, I don't know, maybe you'll use a lot of if you use a lot of Sharpies. We're shaking it up. So the nib on them is quite fine. Can you see that? And imagine when you press down on something, you can make it thicker. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's try and let's see what this is like. Let's try and get in this shot. What we'll do is we'll just make a square, make a line, and make a circle. What we'll do a few different colours on each of these, and then we'll go back and see how they look when they're dried, because that's wet at the moment. So we've tried the black. Shall we try a lighter colour? What's this colour? This is coffee, apparently. That's quite good, isn't it? So you've got an indicator of how much paint you've got left in there. It's quite good, that is, isn't it? There's no English on them other than automatic ink control. Obviously they're from China. Who cares? If they're good, they're good. Right, let's do a square. Make sure we're in shot. Oh, look at that. Do a line, and then we'll do a circle. That's good, isn't it? And then we'll try red, maybe. As a wood turner, I can see that this could come in very useful for decoration, because it's got a really fine nib. Oh, let's get back in shot. Right, this is the green. This is the emerald green. Oh, look at that, it's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that colour. Oh yeah, that's a great colour. Look at that. As you know, guys, when I do these reviews, it's totally my honest opinion. Just bear that in mind. I'll never do a review. I'll never feed you rubbish. I'll show you the good and I'll show you the bad, regardless if I'm getting the items for free. That is the deal. I don't get paid for it. I just get the items for free. And the deal is I don't get any money whatsoever, but I will give my honest opinion. Look at that. So on this particular piece of MDF that's painted blue already, the black was brilliant. The coffee was good as well. The red, you can see a little bit of the blue through there, maybe 2 coats. The emerald green, yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. You make that decision for yourself. Should we try something else? Shall we try a brick? So we'll do the same colours. I don't know why I chose a brick, guys. I have no idea, but I thought maybe it would be a good example of the texture. I don't know. Right, let's try that black. Get you in shot, shall we? Don't ask me why I'm doing a circle, a line and a square, because I have no idea myself. God, I love that emerald green. Does that stand out well or what? Oh, right. Okay. We'll go back to them all in a minute. That's the plan. Ah, okay. What am I on? Oh, I'm not on that colour, aren't I? One thing I did notice is, see the black? The black immediately bled into the plywood. So I think if you were using this on plywood, you'd have to maybe think about how that bleeds. I'm not sure. I mean, if I was maybe colouring in something that I laser etched or cut, then it'd be fine because it would only bleed into the burnt parts of the MDF. But if you were just drawing something on a piece of ply, then I would definitely look how big that square is now. It definitely bled. Okay, so let's try. Oh, it's getting shot. Let's try the metal. We'll wipe this off in a minute, or some of it. Sticks to the metal all right. I mean, the coverage is brilliant. Look at that. Okay. So this is a piece of quartz. I really wanted like a round stone, but I couldn't find one. Okay. Have you seen those? Put in the comments. Have you seen those round pebbles that you find on the beach sometimes, and someone's put a design on there with tiny little dots of paint? I think that would work with these, especially the. I mean, look at that colour. Look at that. And we'll try this one. Okay, right. Leather. You know what? No. We're going to go on the white painted MDF. I tend to get messy as time goes by when I'm doing something for a prolonged period because of the injury on my thumb. I tend to get really, my hand gets quite tired, so it gets a bit messy. As you can see, the shake in that. Right, let's try some leather. So we've got different types of leather here, different colours, not types but colours, and we're just going to try them on the. Okay, so black first. Cool. Now we're going to do the same with just some cardboard, just plain cardboard. I'm going to give that 10 minutes to dry and then we'll be back. Right, so it's been about 10 minutes. You know what? The black's got kind of a shine to it, but the other colours are matte. What we'll do in a minute, we'll spray some lacquer over this and see what happens. There's the first one we did. That's not bad, is it, really? That's not bad at all. There's the brick. So this stuff, I mean, it's notoriously, you know, it's kind of, whatever you put on this stuff, it doesn't go on that great. But to be honest, I think, I mean, look at that black. I mean, the difference between that and a Sharpie. So that's a Sharpie. It's jet black. It's really good black. Unlike a Sharpie that's like a purple. But yeah, I think another coat on each of these, it would be great. Yeah, I think that'd work, you know. I think that'd work. See? The plywood. Yeah, I mean, one coat. One coat is all that's needed on plywood. Look at that. But what I will say is the black bled a little bit. That was square. So that's bled a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Cardboard. I think one coat on the cardboard, as long as you colour it in right, would do. And then we got the leather. Oh, we got leather and we got the metal. Let's scratch that off. Let's see if, I mean, that'll come off by hand. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I have to scratch a little bit off. Maybe a little bit more though. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, if you give it a little bit more finesse, and you know, I think for filling in, that's not bad, is it? Scratch that off there. Yeah, so if you were doing an inlay, I think that would work really well, don't you? Black maybe, because it black, I mean, black's not going to stand out, is it, too much? But as you can see, it's in there. And the leather. Oh, okay. So it rubbed, the black rubbed off the leather. Does it rub off? So the other colours are not rubbing off. That's interesting, isn't it? They're not rubbing off, but the black rubbed off. That's really interesting. Let's try these then. Maybe it was that, I don't know. I mean, are you going to give it this amount of abuse? See, it didn't come off that one. Maybe it was the, I don't know. That's weird, isn't it? So that hasn't come off. That's interesting. Very interesting. It came off this one, but not the rest. I think then the good thing about these pens, when it comes to go on leather, to put them on leather, they do stretch, they do move, they don't crack, and it fills in all the little voids. Can you see that? You know what? After what I've seen there, I'm actually very happy with that. With these pens. And I might even buy the full range, because there's a lot more colours to this. A lot more colours. This is just a small amount of 12. So I like the fact that they are fine, but if you press down harder, it's, you know, you get a wider, more paint come out, but it doesn't flood out. Do you know, like the, I don't know if anyone's ever used these poster pen paints, but the more you press down, the more paint comes out. Right? You don't get that. See? And you can literally puddle it on there, see? Whereas you don't get that with these, which I'm happy about. I like them. I'm glad these guys reached out and says, do you want to try our pens or paints? So you may see these quite often on various builds. Right, so yeah, like I said in the beginning, or midway through, I love to do these reviews, and the deal that I have with companies that send me stuff is there's no money exchanged, there's no affiliate link, there's nothing other than they send me free products to use, to either use regularly or to test out for them, but they will get an honest review. I'm not going to give you guys any false information. What I found ultimately with these pens is they're very good, very good. The black came off that leather. The white possibly needs another coat. Not the white, but you know, the lighter colours on the white MDF. And the black run there. And that's it, to be honest. That's the only faults that I would say were faults, but they're not quite faults, are they? Like, you know, use them for whatever application you want, but it's got to be the right application. I'm going to use them. I like them, and I'll tell everybody about them from now on. But obviously there are some little bits and pieces you need to know when using them. Anyway, there'll be a link in the description, guys. There's no affiliate link or nothing like that. There's just a link in the description. Head down there, get yourself a pack, and I think you'll be very surprised. I'm definitely going to go and order more of these now, because there are more in their range. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button on your way out if you're new. Hit the like, the thumbs up if you liked the video. If you didn't, then that's fine. It's not for everybody. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.